Hello, friends. Welcome back to the Say What podcast. My name is Hannah, and on this podcast, we like to talk about purity culture, marriage, relationships, sex, mostly painful sex, girly things. It's a fun time here at the podcast. I'm so happy to have you today because I am authentic to a fault. I have to lead up front with the fact that I'm recording this during my church's fasting week. And so I am fasting, and I've done a fast before. I did it when I was in like 6th grade, and it was a 24-hour food fast, and I'm pretty sure I still ate during that 24 hours, and I'm currently doing another food fast, and so this will be probably like my first time really fasting as an adult, because when I was in middle school, I'm pretty sure we ate throughout, even though we weren't supposed to, but this time I'm following the rules, and we're supposed to be fasting from Monday to Friday. And so far we're on Monday and I'm unwell. So I'm going to do the best that I can. And with the fast, you're not really supposed to like complain or talk about it. But I have to tell you that is the state I'm recording in, and I'm doing the best that I can. And I am praying and believing for some really incredible things to happen in my family and to people I love this year. And so I am fasting for those things. And yeah, that's where we're at. So I'm doing a just liquid only diet, and who knows how long I'll make it. Probably, I think I'm going to try to do it till Wednesday, but we shall see, because we have a big week this week with my child is starting preschool, which I'm very excited about. He starts tomorrow, which is just a big day. It's a big day, and I need to be able to drive to preschool and go pick him up, and I'm nervous that if I'm fasting like this, I won't be able to drive because I'll be so unfocused, because I'm just like jittery and shaky, and when you work from home, when you're on your computer, it's just really hard, it's supposed to be hard. That's all I'm going to say about the fast. But it's a big week, and Tate is going to preschool, and I'm so excited. I cannot wait to have some of my life back. I love being his mom and love working from home. That is the job that I want to do. I'm not complaining about that, but it is really hard when your 2-year-old just constantly comes up to you and slams your computer shut and says, "Mommy, all done. Mommy done working. Mommy not working anymore." It's really difficult. So I'm really excited to be able to work without my child, telling me to stop working. So feeling really excited about that. I also had a beanie on before this, and it just was not the vibe in recording online. So, my hair is dirty, and I just need you to be okay with that. Maybe I should stop giving disclaimers and just record my podcast, and you probably would enjoy it a lot more. Goodness, I've got to pull it together. But again, I told you where I'm at emotionally, physically, mentally going into this episode. It's still going to be a good one. What else is going on this week? So, like I said, we're fasting, and I'm praying and believing for things. The things I'm praying for were the things that I talked about in last week's episode. So nothing shocking there. No surprises there. It's the stuff that I'm praying for and believing for is what I talked about last week. And no shocker there. The main one is that we want to grow our family. So I'll let you connect the dots to that. That is what I'm praying and believing for. And if there's anything I can be praying for you this week, please let me know. Send me a message. I will respond. I will say Instagram is kind of killing me right now. I'm feeling very uninspired with it and feeling very inspired with TikTok. And, like I said a couple weeks ago, it's going to go away. And here I am posting on it. But it'll be fine. I'm just trusting and believing that it's going to work out. And I am really enjoying posting over there. For some reason, Instagram right now is just like giving me the ick, and I got to move on from that. So I will figure it out. I also have some life-changing news for you guys, and that is if you are feeling depressed and feeling like you are just having the winter uglies where you're just like, nothing looks good, nothing fits right, I'm feeling gross, I'm so pale, even though I never use self-tanner, I'm pale all the time, but you're just like feeling about yourself, you need to leave the house. That is the life-changing news. I have been feeling that way, and I'm also on my period, so I'm just like feeling really blah. And I left the house this morning. I went to a coffee shop at 10 o'clock, had coffee with a girl, and then worked there for a little bit. And I just feel so much better. I feel like such a better human that I have left the house. I feel nicer. I feel happier. I feel motivated. I have ideas, and it's like really great. So I am trying to work from home, but not at home. That is my goal. I'm trying to find places to work that I do not have to pay to work there, but I don't want to take advantage of a place, but you know what I mean? Like I need to be able to go and work, and I can even use my own hotspot Wi-Fi. Like it doesn't have to be getting the Wi-Fi from them, but I can't afford a coffee every day from a coffee shop. So I can probably do once a week, but I can't afford one every day. So I think I'm going to try the library, because we do have a library that is nice, and it's like 15 minutes for me, which is not bad. And so it'd be good to like get out of the house and go to the library to work on work where it just like gets me out of my house. Because if I'm in my house, I'm sitting on my couch, I'm in my pajamas, and I'm working from my computer while watching TV. And that is fun sometimes, but I just can't do that every day because I am just so uninspired when I do that. And it's just not what anybody needs. And I have no problem filming content in public. Like, it does not bother me. Catch me, pull up to me in a parking lot, I'm probably recording something on my phone. Like, I do not care. And so I can bring that energy into wherever I'm going. Like, I'm not trying to like cause a scene in the place I'm at, but I will still record my content. That does not bother me. I have no shame when it comes to that. I'm like, that's my job. Sorry. Like, got to record some content. So I know I can do it. I just need to figure out how. And the days that I have like a lot of content that I want to record, I could just work from home, especially because, like I said, my child's going to preschool. So my days are just opening up for us all, which is very exciting. And so you're going to hopefully prepare to be sick of me. That is the goal. That is the goal, that I post so much that it's crazy. So yeah, I am going to be going places. If you have ideas of where I can work that do not require me to buy something, please let me know. I'm going to be looking them up. I'm going to see what I can find, but I would love ideas from you as well. So that's that. I don't know what any other life updates we have. That's kind of it. I am at this moment had a video do pretty well on TikTok, which is really exciting. And the most shocking thing of all is that nobody was mean to me. Not one person was mean to me. And I can't believe it. I can't believe it. The last time, when I had a video go viral on Instagram that was like a similar topic to this one, I still randomly get hate comments on that video. Like, people were so mean. And I think that video has now like 4 million something views on Instagram. And I'll randomly still get comments from it. And people were being just brutal. And I've always been scared of that happening because I know I see the comments on TikTok and people are insane. And I'm shocked that nobody has been mean to me yet. And I'm really grateful, and I'm crossing my fingers and praying that does not like change because I've said something now. But I'm just feeling very, very inspired by TikTok lately, and I'm finding new friends to like join our club here, which I'm really excited about. So welcome. Very excited to have you. And yeah, before we get into the episode topic today, which is at-home date night ideas, which I'm very excited about because that was on my 2025 list of like goals for this year, is that I'm trying to do is more at-home date nights. I am very excited to share those. And I asked you guys, and y'all gave me every idea under the sun. I could not believe it. I've not had this much response to a question in forever. And so really excited to share that. I did want to talk about the Eden. This is the perfect tool for you to have going into 2025. If you are tired of experiencing negative thoughts and tired of living just consumed by your negative thoughts about yourself, about your life, just feeling stuck, this is a great tool for you to get out of your head with the lie, replace it with truth, and support it with scripture. If you are trying to study the Bible more this year, this is perfect for you because it can really like personalize your experience as far as like what you are actually believing about yourself and then seeing what God says about you. It's all about getting your identity back to where it should be, which is fully in Jesus. And because your identity is in Jesus, you live in freedom. And so the Bible is incredible, but the Eden is also incredible. And you can get it on Amazon. You can also get it on my website, but I would love it if you would buy it on Amazon because then that can help like boost it up, because right now if you search on Amazon, you can't find it. But the link will be in my bio for you to have. And I just love it so much. So many people have said that this has changed their life, and I want it to change yours too. So we have 2 colors on the website, or on Amazon and the website. The website is theedennotepad.com, but I would love for you if you would buy it on Amazon. I'll still ship it just as fast as if you had bought it on my website. Because we are a small family business, and I am trying to get this stuff out because I want you to have it, because I want you to experience life change. So you can get the cream one, which is what I have in this video if you're watching on YouTube. Oh, and I also have the pink one. The pink one is my personal favorite, but if you are a more neutral girly, the cream one is for you. I feel really confident that this can really help you overcome the lies that you're believing about yourself. So you can check the Eden out. It is the link in my bio. All right, let's get to the episode. It is at-home date night ideas. And the first things first, we have to talk about how to have the correct environment for your at-home date night, because you can't just like decide on a whim that you want to do this and do it really fast and like set things up, because it's not going to be as successful as you want. You got to do a little bit of planning for your at-home date nights. And the first thing is that we have to clean your space. If you are trying to have a date night at home and you are trying to like have a really interesting conversation with your spouse and like be really invested in it, and then you look to the left and you see a pile of dishes, like that really throws off the vibe. So we are trying to create a vibe, and you got to clean your house. Like, and if cleaning your house and then immediately going into a date is like not what you want to do, so we got to plan a little bit ahead. We got to think about cleaning your house in the morning or during your child's nap time. Like, we got to have a clean house. I'm not saying it has to be spotless and you have to clean upstairs, downstairs, the whole 9 yards, but you do have to have your space clean. I know if I am downstairs and I'm trying to, enjoy a date night with Thomas, and I can just see the dishes or I see Tate's toys everywhere, it just really throws me off. So we got to have a clean space, and so you got to prepare for that. Because also I know, like, if I'm going to clean up, I'm not going to be in the mood to do something after that, because cleaning is tiring and exhausting. So I'm not necessarily like in the mood to do something fun after that. So when I'm trying to plan these date nights, I'm trying to take them seriously, like just as seriously as I would plan us a date like out of the house. That's how I'm treating this date night, is I'm thinking about it seriously, because I'm trying to have some intention behind it. And you can definitely like have your nights where you're not trying to plan something out and you're just going to watch a movie and be cozy on the couch and you don't have to do the rest of these things. That's fine. But for me, I'm trying to be really intentional, because I don't plan a lot of our dates. Thomas does a lot of that. And I want to start, helping out and planning some dates and it being a really fun thing. So you have to really set up your space. And an easy way to do that is by thinking about your 5 senses: touch, taste, smell, hear, and see. So what can you see? All the toys around? Yeah, we got to clean those up. What do you smell? Do you still smell dinner? Okay, we need to light a candle, because that also helps create a vibe. What do you hear? Okay, so let's put on some music in the background. If your date does not include a movie and you're like having a conversation or you are playing a game or something, let's add some background music. And it doesn't have to be like super distracting. It can just be some low music. And I'm pretty sure Amazon has this fireplace show that you can turn on that's just a fireplace. And so that gives you like a vibe that you're kind of creating, but also some sound in the background. So think about your sound. Think about your touch. So do you want to be in like sitting on the couch? Do you want to be sitting at the table? Do you want to be in like cozy clothes? Do you want to be still kind of dressed up? Like, what are you touching? Because you're touching each other, but like what's touching you? So think about those things. And let's see. Hearing, yes, I said, what do you hear? So put something on TV, put music on, and then taste. So are you going to have dessert? Are you going to have dinner? Or are you going to have a snack? Like, what are we doing? So when you're planning your date night, you're thinking through your 5 senses, and going through your 5 senses will basically help you create a vibe. So those are like what you're going into this with this kind of planning. You're thinking about those things. And if you've got those things covered, you're good. Remember, you're thinking about what can you see? Make sure you clean everything up around you. What do you smell? Okay, have a candle going or like some kind of scent thing. What can you hear? Have something on in the background music, just some background music. Or if you're watching a movie, that's obviously what you hear. Taste. Are you going to have dinner? Are you going to have dinner and dessert, a dinner appetizer? Are you going to have snacks? Like, what are we tasting? Don't forget about the drinks. I feel like that's sometimes often forgotten about, at least in my house. And touch. So what kind of clothes are you wearing? Like, what do you feel? Do you want to sit on the couch? Do you want to sit at the table? Like, do you want to sit at both? Go ahead. And if you're sitting at both, like make sure the table's cleared off and clean. Make sure the couch has your favorite blanket. Like, think through those things when you're thinking about your date night, because the more intentional you are, like this more special it feels. Because if you're having an at-home date night, it's not the same as like going out somewhere and having all those things done for you. It does take some intentionality, but this is also a great way to save some money, which is what we are trying to do. So that's why we're doing the at-home date nights, and just to get creative after your child goes to bed at night. Well, if you don't have a child, then you're just getting creative. But if you're like me, you're trying to be creative with doing something when your child goes to bed at night. So that is where this at-home date night idea comes from. Is like, we just got to be intentional, and you don't have to spend a lot of money to be intentional with your spouse. And this also helps kind of break up the monotony of kind of like everyday life. It kind of adds some like special sparkness to it and fun. Sparkness isn't even a word, but I just made that word up. So, it gives some spark to it. It makes it fun. It's a really just good thing to do to add to your relationship and to better your relationship. And I'm trying to do more of them. So I asked you guys what your at-home date night ideas are. And let me tell you, you showed up. You guys have so many date night ideas. I was shocked. So we're just going to go through these and see what kind of ideas we have. And I would love to know from you, like what ideas you have and what we should add to this list, because we are having some at-home date nights this year. The first one, which I also had wrote on I made a list and then I looked at y'all's and a lot of them were very similar. So I was like, we'll just read yours and just my list, but cook and bake together. So this could be really fun, especially if you're finding a new activity or a new recipe. That can be your like activity for your date is a new recipe. So maybe like make your favorite meal together and then like bake a dessert together. That could be really fun. And this could be a little bit different because you can have like music on. Like we're trying to cook dinner for our families, like we're trying to cook it fast because we got people to feed. There's not a lot of time after you get off work to make dinner. So like we are kind of fast. Tate gets very hungry. So it's not like a fun, enriching environment. And so this could be something that you like feed your child dinner before. And then you guys, when your child goes to bed, make your dinner. And I'm trying not to include your child and everything. That's my life right now. So I'm having to think through those things. But maybe you like eat a little snack and then you make more of a meal later, or if you want to eat dinner as a family, that's really important to you to do. You eat the meal and then bake something together for your date for dinner. So that could be really fun. You could bake together and then like do a puzzle, do an activity together. Make sure you have the 5 senses like thought about, just have something on the TV while you're doing the puzzle. Or you could also bake and do those like connection card things. I have some linked for you guys, some like connection cards that you could go through. That's always a really fun thing to do. So you could like bake a really like fun recipe for dessert and then go through these questions while you're eating your snack. Or while you're eating your dessert that you just made together. That could be a fun thing to do. Pretty much anything, like after you bake your cookies, like you got a little activity. The next 2 are very similar, so I'm going to read them together. Theme night, watch a movie and base all of your snacks or a whole meal off of that movie. And somebody else said immediately after, which I thought was funny, picking a movie and making a specific food or meal that's featured and eat while watching. That is so fun. I will say I struggle with watching movies late at night because I will absolutely fall asleep. So that is hard for me, but my husband loves watching movies and I know that like we need to do movie nights more. So I'm definitely going to be doing this. I don't know what kind of food we would make based off what movie we're going to watch, but we'll figure it out. That's what you do. That's the fun of it, is also like you could plan this date night together rather it be one person plan it for the other. Like it could be something you do together, which also is very fun to like do that together. Next one is a game night, of course. So you play your favorite board game, you play your favorite card game, some board games that we love because there's not a lot of 2-player games. So we love Sequence, we love Scrabble, we love Catan. So Catan, you can play a 2-player version of it. They make a 2-player game. It's like a 2-player card game. And the first couple of rounds are really hard, but once you get past that, it's really fun. So we love Catan, 2-player game. We love Sequence. We love Scrabble. We just got this new game for Christmas from our friends called Art Gallery, I think is what it's called. Yeah, Art Gallery. And it is very fun. And it is kind of repetitive and there's a lot of rules. But once you get past all of that and you play like one time, you got it. You're good to go. That one does require a lot of strategy. So I'm not always like, okay, let's jump to doing that. But we have been playing it a lot because we really do like it. And I've been thinking about my strategies outside of playing it that I'm going to like implement next time we play, which is fun. But so those are the games that we always play. That's really fun. And I just love a board game, a game night, because it's just a way to like have fun and do something different. So love a board game night. This one is spicy and I love it. Naked massages. And I love this. I'm sad that I immediately go to like, I don't want to see what my body looks like when I'm giving a massage naked, but hey, it's fun. It's probably going to end up really, really fun after you do the naked massage on each other because duh, like you're going to be in the mood after all that touching. But love a naked massage. That means you got to get some good massage oil, maybe some delicious desserts that you want to eat while you're doing this naked massage or, in between. Make it really fun, moody. I'm thinking candles. Mod makes a massage candle that you could also use. So you like have the candle for the vibe, but you also use the wax from it as like something that you use the wax from it to actually give the massage, kind of like an oil, which is fun. So lots of things that you can do with a naked massage, and you know it's going to end in like a really fun way. And even if you don't want to end up doing that, it's still like really fun to do together and kind of like switches things up a little bit. Next date night idea, I would say is a little controversial because it's doing a home renovation. To me, that is setting us up to fight. We're just going to yell at each other the whole time. But if you guys are really good at doing home renovations, then that's a great idea. Love that for you. And I love that's like, there's something you want to do to your house. And so working on it together like is a real accomplishment and you love doing that. And I love that for you. Meanwhile, I think me and Thomas would fight. I mean, a lot of the things that we have done together do end up pretty well, and we don't fight too much now that I think about it. But I like things a certain way. He likes things a certain way. I like things to be done immediately and not take a long time, and some things take a long time. So to me, that sounds like a date night ending in a fight. But if that doesn't sound like that for you, then I love that. And you could also make it fun, have a fun drink, eat a fun snack, reward yourself, and do something fun after you've done the home renovation to extend the date, Love that. For me, in my house, we will not be doing a home renovation as a date night, but I could love that for you. Next idea, spa night. Ooh, that's really fun. Soak your feet, exchange massages, light some candles. I love a spa night. And let me tell you, my husband will too. He would love if I gave him a face mask. Like that's like sounds like something that is right up his alley. And oh my gosh, you guys, I should expose his skincare because there has been some controversy amongst the skincare community for men. So he has been using the Papatui stuff and he had used it for months. And then all of a sudden his face started breaking out into hives. And we have figured out that it is the face wash because he switched up a couple different things and stopped using some stuff. And when he brought the face wash back into it, then he literally started getting hives. Like his whole entire face was red, breaking out horribly, like into hives, not like zits, like breaking out into hives. And it's crazy. And so he looked it up and other people have been having that experience too. So I don't know what happened to Papatui and why, like what ingredients they put in it to make them suddenly like break out. Like it was like mid bottle he's using it. Like he's used a lot of it and then all of a sudden he's having this reaction. It seems kind of fishy, but really crazy. And since he's stopped using the face wash, he hasn't had any more hives. So I don't know what's going on. It's real crazy over here in the Papatui community, but they need to figure that out for men. Like they want to wash their face too, but now they're breaking out. The Rock, I need you to get on it. It's his brand of stuff. But I love a spa night. Thomas would definitely love it and get to like treat each other. That's so fun. Love. Another idea is to rent a movie and make a pillow fort. I saw a bunch of different like fort ideas, which that's just so fun. It's like leaning into your inner child and just like doing something different than just laying on the couch like you do every night and making a fort because it also like makes a vibe, which you're trying to create a vibe for a date night that's different than what your day-to-day looks like, and making a fort definitely helps create that vibe. Love it. This one is sweet because it has a deeper purpose. Making a photo album together. Physical photos with captions underneath. I feel like preserving memories often falls onto the wife or the mom, and wife and or mom. And it's really good to include your spouse into that. They can help write memories too. And as a child, you also want memories from your father written down. And for your family, you want to know your father's thoughts on things. So I love this, like taking the time to like go and print pictures, decide which pictures you want together to print them, and then like writing together like a caption underneath. It's just such a good way to, remember things for your family, but also that's like a really fun and sweet thing to like reminisce on what your family has done or what you've done as a couple. I just think it's so sweet. I love this idea. Thomas and I have a baby book for Tate and we both write in it. Like it's not just me writing everything down. Like I write about half and he writes about half. So it's good to have the recollection from both parents and not just the mom. The next one is make a heart-shaped pizzas on Valentine's Day, which I love this. And I don't think you can only do this for Valentine's Day. I think it's fun anytime. I often see people say that making pizza is a really like fun and simple food to make when you're doing it like together, especially if you don't know how to cook, which is what I need. I need a simple thing to do. So I love making an at-home pizza, and trying to figure out how to make it heart-shaped could be really fun. It's just another way to cook together, but it's like a specific idea. So I'm all for it. I love it. Learn a new dance from YouTube or try to create a new meal outside of your comfort zone. I love the new dance from YouTube because we have lost the art of like dancing and like going to dance classes. Maybe people go to like dance classes and learn how to do dances, but I'm just not seeing it. And I think it could be so fun. That's something like so sweet for you to do with your partner. And if there's ever a random moment where you need to show off your dance skills, you have it. Like, you know the new dance. So, and anytime you're doing something that's a little bit out of your comfort zone, it's like awkward and fun, and that just makes you laugh, which is what you want on a date. You want it to be fun. You want it to be lighthearted. You want it to be, real connecting and real intimate, and dancing together is very intimate. So I loved this idea. I thought it was so good. I could not speak, you guys. This next one requires some planning. Making things out of clay and seeing who does it best. She said that she saw an example of this on TikTok. I wouldn't even know where to begin on how to make things out of clay, but I love like doing something with my hands and then you get to keep it forever. That sounds really fun because you could probably like paint the thing that you make with clay and it could be something you like have in your house. And so it's like, okay, I did this thing on a date night and now I get to have it in my house as art. Like, that is beautiful, but it does require some planning. So you got to get the stuff to do it and think about where you're going to do it in your house and all those things. So it's not just something you can just like decide to do on a whim, it's going to take some planning. This next idea is right up my alley. Murder mystery night. It's a prepaid box. And then she said food box. I don't know if maybe she means like getting takeout while you do this, but I love a murder mystery game night. I think that is so fun. I know that's really fun to do with couples, so you're doing it with a lot of people, but I do know that there are some like 2-player ones where you like buy the box and you solve this crime together. Talk about the teamwork, talk about the fun, talk about the like exciting, working together. Maybe for some people this would end in a fight, but hopefully for you it wouldn't. Like, this is not one I think me and Thomas would fight over. I think we would love it. And so we got to get one. We got to do it. I've done these like game nights before, but I've always done it with a group of people and not just like me and Thomas. So definitely going to have that on my list. The next idea is to get a paint kit from Michael's. And at first when I saw this, I was like, I would not do this. Like, I'd be so bad at it. But the more I thought about it is I don't have to do things that I know I'm going to be good at. Like, it's okay to do things that you're not good at because they're fun and because it's good to try something new. So I'm taking this as a challenge, and who knows, maybe I would love it. Like, I love the idea, I think, of a paint by numbers where it like tells me what to do. That seems like something I could definitely do, but that could be really fun where you guys like paint something and then you have art to put in your house. And if you don't have art to put in your house, then you still have like something fun that you did and you can laugh at how bad it is. It's still a fun thing to do. The next one is set up an air mattress in the living room and have a movie night. I love the idea, like I said earlier, of doing like a fort or an air mattress. A lot of people responded and said movie night. Someone specifically said Twilight movie marathon, which I am all on board with. I've not watched the Twilight movies and I've definitely watched them within the last year, but it's been a while. So I need to watch them again. They are top notch movies. Like, #1 movie of all time probably is Twilight. Like, it's so good. So definitely a Twilight movie marathon while you're on an air mattress eating your favorite takeout. I love it. Somebody said fondue and movie and maybe more fondue later, which just love the play on words. Fondue is so fun. I don't think I've ever had fondue, like eating it like that, but love that idea. This one is very specific, but very fun if you can do this. So I thought I would include it. Mario Kart, but one person is backwards and the other person gives directions. That sounds like so much fun where you're not watching what you're doing, but the person is telling you like, go right, go left, up that. Like, that sounds really complicated, but really fun. And I just feel like it would be so much laughter, which again, we are after some laughter. Didn't you love that rhyme? You're welcome. So love that, love that, love that. Okay, the last one says, musical and sushi, budget check-ins, game nights, massages, trip planning. I am definitely not going to do a budget check-in at my at-home date night, but if that is sexy for you, all for it. All for it. I love the musical and sushi, which is very specific. I've not had sushi in a long time. I need to eat some. Also, I'm recording this episode talking about food, and I said I wasn't going to talk about it anymore. I'm not going to talk about it. Anyways, those are my ideas. We had a bunch throughout here that were the same, and so I didn't include all of them, but thank you guys for writing in your ideas for at-home date nights. I hope that you guys have some, and if you have an at-home date night, take a picture, tag me. I want to see your at-home date nights because we are definitely going to be doing some, and so I'll be giving you feedback on what we do and what we should do differently and how we can make it better and all of that. Well, thank you guys for hanging out with me today. I hope that you have a fantastic week, and I love you so much, and we will talk soon.